Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be jumping into another set of CompTIA A Core 1 practice questions to help you get fully prepared for the 220-1201 exam. We're going to be using Skilltestpro for this session, which gives you realistic exam-style questions that are going to help you build confidence and speed. So, with all of that said, let's get started. Question number 1. A technician wants to ensure that a workstation can survive short power interruptions without rebooting. Which solution best accomplishes this? UPS, surge protector, power strip, an extension cord, or a ground adapter? Correct answer is UPS. A UPS supplies temporary battery power during outages, allowing systems to continue operating without interruption. Surge protectors only guard against voltage spikes, and they provide no power during outages. All right, next question. A user complains that their external monitor randomly loses signal when connected via HDMI, but the cable works on other systems. What is the most likely cause? An incorrect DNS server, low disk space, HDMI port wear, malware infection, or incorrect user permissions? The correct answer is HDMI port wear. A worn or damaged HDMI port can cause intermittent signal loss even with a good cable. The fact that the cable works elsewhere isolates the issue to the system's port, not software or configuration. All right, next question. A technician notices that a workstation cannot achieve expected network speeds even though link speed shows 1 gigabit per second. So what should be checked next? Screen resolution settings? Keyboard firmware version, NIC driver settings and offload features, monitor cable and connector, or BIOS settings? Correct answer is NIC driver settings and offload features. Driver settings such as offloading, flow control, or power management can reduce real-world throughput. Link speed alone does not guarantee optimal performance. Display and input devices do not affect network transfer rates. All right, question 4. A user reports that their laptop shuts down when moved slightly while plugged in. Battery operation is stable. What's the most likely cause? A faulty display hinge? A loose DC in jack? A corrupt operating system? Incorrect sleep settings? Or a touchpad driver issue? Yeah, the correct answer is a loose DC in jack. Movement-related shutdowns while plugged in strongly indicate a loose or damaged DC in jack. When contact is lost, the system loses power abruptly. OS or driver issues would not correlate with physical movement. All right, question 5. A technician needs to prevent electromagnetic interference when running network cables near industrial equipment. What should be used? STP cabling? Flat Ethernet cables? Longer unshielded cables, coaxial jumpers only, or serial cables? Correct answer is STP cabling, or shielded twisted pair cabling. STP includes shielding that reduces EMI from external sources. This makes it ideal for environments with heavy electrical equipment. Flat or unshielded cables, they offer little protection from interference. All right, next question. A printer prints multiple blank pages between each printed page. The toner level's normal. What's the most likely cause? A dirty fuser? A worn pickup roller? Low memory? Network congestion? Or incorrect printer driver or page settings? Correct answer is incorrect printer driver or page settings. Driver or application page settings can insert unintended page breaks. Hardware issues like pickup rollers or fusers affect paper handling or print quality, not logical pagination. All right, next question. A technician installs a PCIe NVMe adapter card, but the system can't boot from the installed NVMe drive. The drive is detected in firmware. What's the most likely reason? Incorrect SATA cable? A corrupt file system? The system firmware lacks NVMe boot support? A weak power supply? Or disabled Wi-Fi? If you said system firmware lacks NVMe boot support, you are correct. Some systems can detect NVMe drives, but they cannot boot from them due to firmware limitations. Detection alone does not guarantee boot capability, and SATA cabling is irrelevant for NVMe drives. All right, next question. A user reports that their laptop battery charges to 100% very quickly, but then only lasts 20 minutes unplugged. What does this most likely indicate? A faulty AC adapter or wrong AC voltage? A severely degraded battery capacity? An incorrect power plan? A malware infection? Or a display driver issue? The correct answer is severely degraded battery capacity. A battery that charges quickly but discharges rapidly has lost its ability to store energy. Battery wear reduces capacity even if charge indicators still show 100%, and software settings cannot compensate for degraded battery chemistry. All right, next question. A technician needs to connect two switches directly without auto MDI, MDIX support. Which cable type is required? Fiber optic cable, straight through Ethernet cable, USB to Ethernet adapter, crossover Ethernet cable, or a serial rollover cable? The correct answer is a crossover Ethernet cable. Without auto MDI, MDIX, devices of the same type require crossover cables to swap, transmit, and receive pairs. Straight through cables are used for unlike devices, such as switches to PCs. All right, next question. A user complains that audio playback crackles only when a USB headset is connected through a docking station. Direct connection works fine. So what's the most likely cause? Corrupt audio file or audio format? Faulty speakers? Incorrect language pack? BIOS password issue? Or docking station power or bandwidth limitation? The correct answer is docking station power or bandwidth limitation. Docking stations share bandwidth and power across multiple devices. Insufficient resources can cause audio degradation. When connected directly, the headset bypasses these limitations, confirming the dock as the likely issue. And that's it. Great job, everybody, making it through this round of Core 1 practice questions. Remember, the key to passing the 220-1201 exam is repetition. Keep working through hardware scenarios, networking setups, and troubleshooting exercises until they feel second nature. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.